I can't see the program.
You are seeing it?
Yes.
QuickBooks.
Yes.
You are seeing the QuickBooks program.
Yes.
The mouse pointer there.
Mm.
So this is the second part of the QuickBooks tutorial where you can be able to access. Yesterday, I remember we talked about some of the tips used in QuickBooks, whereby we created the company. We also created the list of items, whereby we said when you want to create a list of items, we will be able to go to list and you select the item list. Then from this item list, now you can be able to do what? To create the list of items that you are working with. Then from there now also we created accounts. For example, if you want to create an account, you can now select what? Account center here. If you want to create an account, you can select account, not account center, you can select chart of account. When you click chart of account, it will direct you to the types of account that you want to be able to do it, to indicate in your program, which we call it QuickBooks. Then we have customers. Customers mostly is the people who buy goods from your company. So you can also be able to create the customers from this particular given scenario when you are running the business program under the software of QuickBooks. So you can click customer, then you go to customer center. Then we have suppliers also. You can be able to click suppliers, then you select what? Suppliers center, so that you can be able to create the suppliers. Then today's topic, now you'll be able to embark on some of the things that are also used in QuickBooks, whereby you'll be able to understand how to create fixed assets and also how to create employee under employee center. So I welcome you to the second tutorial that we need to start today so that you can be able to understand those particular given tips. Remember yesterday we just created the list of items, but now we are going to look at how to create fixed asset items now. So when you want to create this particular given fixed asset items, you normally click list. You just click list, then you select what? Fixed asset item. Are you seeing?
Yes.
Yeah, you'll just select fixed asset item. Remember this fixed asset item, these are items that can generate what? A profit of more than 1 year into the company or into the business. So sometimes you need to have those particular given fixed assets into your company so that you can be able to use it at a long time. So when you want to create those particular given fixed asset list, you can click list, then you select fixed asset. When you select fixed asset, now it will switch you to this particular given dialog window where you'll be able to click on items. Are you seeing item below?
Yes.
Yeah, when you click item, now you can select what? New. So when you select new, it means now you need to come and sign in the type of item that you want to create as a fixed asset. So for example, yesterday we were doing ICT solution. It was Juliet ICT solution. So if you are working with Juliet ICT solution, we came to specify some of the different items that we were able to do it, to look at it. So those particular given items, we classified them as monitors. We have also keyboard. We have also the system units. So those particular given items, remember they were under list of items. But now when you want to create the major fixed assets, we can now start with them items that can be able to do it, to generate a lot of profit into the organization. So whereby we can now just assign these assets here to maybe like what? We can say we have things like what? Vehicle. We can say we have vehicle, which can be used in transportation of what? Transportation of goods from one point to another. So vehicle is a fixed asset. Then we have also the type of description here. We have purchase description. We have item is new or used. So you can just say it is what? It is new here. So when you click here new, or when you select used, you'll type here used. If you select new, you'll type here new. So when you look at this particular given scenario, we have selected our preferred item description to be new. So you come here, then you type what? New. So when you type new, we have also the date that you are buying that particular given fixed item. So you can just select, maybe it will see on 21st here. Then we have the cost of the fixed asset. For example, when you look at the cost of the fixed asset there, we can say it was bought at what? Maybe 350,000, like that, 350,000. Maybe you bought that vehicle at 350,000. Then the supplier, you can also include the supplier there. Maybe we can say our preferred supplier, we can say maybe Juma Motors. Juma Motors, that will be assigned there. Juma Motors. After assigning this particular given supplier or a payee, now you can go and specify the account here. And remember, we talked about the types of account that we created. Remember, we also said we have the cash account and the bank account. So we created the two types of account that will be able to select from this particular given drop-down list. So when you click here, you'll see a drop-down list. But remember those two types of account that we created, we said we have Juliet Kabai 2, which was our equity. Equity, it represents cash. When you look at there, we have equity. Mostly it represents the cash that you have in your hand. Then also we created another account, which we said we have Juliet. When you scroll here, you'll be able to see Juliet Kabai, which is for bank. So you can just select Juliet Kabai, which is for bank there. Then we have also description here. If the item is sold, you can select what? It is sold. If it's not sold, you just leave it. You just leave it blank like that. So once they're done, you can now come and do what? Sales date. If you have the sales date, you can specify. Supposing you select here, item is sold. But since ours is new, you have not yet sold, so you cannot select it here to be item sold. Then we have also asset description. So this asset description, we have also another asset description. We can say maybe it is an asset. It is what? A fixed asset, as an example. You can just say fixed asset. In this particular given case, it is a fixed asset. Then we can also say we have location, maybe where you are located. So you can say you are located at Nairobi. Then from Nairobi, we have box number. The box number, we can also assign any box number that you want to be able to use. So in this particular given case, we normally have different box numbers that you can be able to understand. So you can just say maybe beer box as an example, maybe 00-001-100. Also in that case, you should be very careful. Any box number that you assign, maybe it's being used by a certain organization. So you need to be able to stick to the copyright. So I was looking for the school, but I don't have the brochure right now. So that's why I've decided to put 00-00100, because there's no box address like that. So in this particular given case, you can just put that particular given box address in that case. You can also assign the serial number. Serial number is the serial number that has been indicated on that type of the fixed asset. For example, if you can look at this, we have vehicle. So you can just have the V, maybe 001. That's the serial number of that particular given what? Fixed asset. Then we have warranty. If warranty can expire, you can now say maybe it is 1st, maybe January, stroke 2030. If that particular given vehicle stays in that business for that particular given period, it will have been expired. So once they're done, you can also indicate here the notes. If you want to indicate the notes, you can indicate here something that you can be able to describe from this particular given what? Fixed asset. Then once you are done, you can also do what? Go to another case where you can be able to do what? To click next here. So you come and select next. When you select next, now you can also specify the next fixed asset here. So this particular given fixed asset that you'll be able to select, it will be from this particular given column also. So you come and also maybe say, apart from having those particular given vehicles, we have also things like what? Printers. Printers also is a fixed asset. Printers, we can also say it is new. So when you describe it is new, you can type here new. We have indicated here new because it is still in the warehouse. So that's why we can describe it to be new. Then from there now we have date. You can also select the date that you are selling there. You purchased that particular given fixed asset. Then you can also say maybe that printer is 100,000 like that. Then we have also the supplier. We can also say maybe we have a supplier called what? Maybe Kenneth, like that. Kenneth printers, Kenneth printers, like that. So when you say Kenneth printers, now this word will be able to reflect the supplier. Then description already I've explained. You can just put there to be what? A fixed asset. If you want to describe it fixed asset like that. So that's how you can be able to assign that particular given description. When you want to specify the location, you can also put a location. You type Nairobi. After typing Nairobi, you'll be able to indicate the box number. The box number we have like PO box. You can say PO box. We have something like in this case, we can say maybe XX like that hyphen 00900 like that. So XX is, it can be any number that you can be able to assign in this case. Then we have serial number. Since it's printer, you can just type P111 maybe 2. That's the serial number of that printer. Warranty, you can also specify the warranty. For example, when it is in the warehouse, it cannot stay for a period exceeding 1st January, maybe the year 2029. In this case, this is the expiry date. So if that particular given item stays in the warehouse for a period exceeding this year, it has become a worn out item. So once you are done with everything, remember also you need to specify the account here. In this particular given account, when you want to specify, you need to click so that you can be able to select from this one. So we decided to select Juliet Kavai as the bank account here. So once you are done with everything now, you can now click what? Okay. So you'll come and select okay. So that particular given fixed asset now it will have been created. So we have the first one, printer here, which is printers. Purchase date, it is on 7th, 2022. Then we have new, we have the account that should be paying, it's Juliet Kavai, then the cost price of that particular given fixed asset, it's 100,000. Then we have also still vehicle here, and you have their prices there. So once they are done with this particular given now category, now you can easily click X button here to close this particular given what? Program. So when you close this particular given program, it will be able to go back to your main layout of this particular given what? QuickBooks. So from there now is when you can be able now to create employees. Remember already we have covered accounts, we have covered the customers, we have covered the suppliers. And now what we are going to look at is the employee column. So employee column mostly, these are people who support you when you are carrying out a business. So when you want to create employees in this particular given case, maybe you want to create employees in this particular given case, you'll go to employee center here. When you go to employee center, you'll be able to do it, to click employee. So when you click employee center, automatically it will bring for you the dialog box where you can be able to fill. But for you to be able to proceed, you will come and click what? New employee. We have here new employee. So you'll come and click in this particular given pattern, you select it. So when you click, it will bring for you the dialog box that will be able to fill in the details of an employee. So those particular given details, mostly they are very important because you cannot employ someone and you don't have the details of that particular given person in your organization. So you need to also to indicate those particular given employee details. So this particular given details, we will start with the first one, personal. And personal, you can select the legal name here. When you look at this particular given scenario, we have legal name. So this legal name, you just click here. When you click here, if this particular given person is a male, you can select Mr. If it's not male or he has not been engaged, you can also select other menus here. Like Mrs., you can be able to understand Mrs. easily. You are married. Miss, you are just single. Doctor is for something that contain medicine. So you can choose this particular given category. So some particular given employees may have different what titles that you can be able to select. So what you need to do, we want to work with maybe the first one is a male. So you can select Mr. When you select Mr., you can say the first particular given employee that you want to indicate here, you will come up with a name that is of your employee. So this particular given employee, we can say we have an employee like Tom. Tom, as an example, we have Tom Onyango. Tom Onyango is our employee here. Then we have also the print name as Tom. When you print them as Tom, we have NI number, you can still also insert. So we normally have NI number, we can also assign it as what? AB, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you can put D in that particular given scenario. So if you see that particular given number appears, which will be AB, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then you put D, that is an NI number. Then we have gender. You can also select here. We have two types of genders, male or female. So you can just select male as an example here. Then date of birth. Date of birth, mostly it specifies the date this particular given employee was born. So if you choose a wrong date, sometimes the system may deny because you have employed a person who is under the age. So you can now select the age that this particular given person was born. You can either select from this one, these features, you reset the date backward or forward, or you type manually. For example, we can say this employee of ours was born on 1st January stroke 1998, or we can say 1990. This is the date that this particular given employee was born. Then marital status, you can select here single, divorced, widow, and married. So from this particular given case already, this person has attained the age of 18 years and above. So you can just say married. When you say married, this particular given person, he has a family. So you just say married. Then you can say if we have passport number, maybe some employees may be from foreign countries. So you can just select what? The passport number, then you indicate here. But since we are working in Kenya, we can just put the passport number to be blank in that particular given case. So from here, now we have address and contacts. Remember, we are done with personal. Now we are going to address and contacts here. So address and contacts, mostly it indicates the location or how you can be able to locate the person. So when you click there, we have address here. So this particular given address is the address that you want this particular given person to give you. So he can come up with the address where you can be able to locate the employee very fast. For example, if you want to send items or you want to send information through the address, you can easily use the address to send. So in this scenario, we can just write beer box like we have beer box XX. So I've said you need to stick to the pendant. So you can say we have XX hyphen 00100. This is the address of this particular given what? Employee. Then sometimes we have also the city. So you can say maybe this person is located in Mombasa. So you can say Mombasa. Then we have county. County is also Mombasa as an example. Then we have also postcode. Postcode already we have indicated here. So this is the postcode that you can easily assign it here. So what you'll do, you just highlight this, then you copy or you cut. When you cut now, you come and paste it here so that the postcode, it will be able to appear in this particular given case here. Then we have country that this person is coming from, you can select here. So if it's not belonging to this one, you can just say others. So when you say others, now you can type here Kenya like that. Kenya is a country that this particular given person is coming from. So we have main phone. Also, you can put the phone number of this particular given what? Employee. The phone number of this particular given employee, we can say, let me just use my phone number. If they can contact through the number so that they can get me. I will be able to answer the questions. But now, when you look at this particular given scenario, I can just put 0705120709 in that particular given case. If we have also another work phone number, you can also put it 0705120709 in that particular given case. So if you have other numbers, you can also indicate here. Then we have the email of this particular given employee. Email of the employee, remember we used the name of the person to be Tom Onyango. So when it comes to email here, you can just put the email of this particular given person to be what? Tom, Tom maybe 23 at gmail.com. gmail.com in that particular given case. So when you put Tom 23 at gmail.com, you can easily send an email message to this particular given Gmail so that this particular given person can be able to get the information. Then from there now, once they are done, you can be able also to do it, to look at the CC email. This is the person that can be also be responsible to see. If this person fails to receive, you can be able to look at this person who will be able to receive that particular given mail. CC is carbon copy email. So carbon copy email is the representative. Despite this one, you can also send to this particular given person. So if you have also a website mostly you can also use it. Maybe Tom has a website. You can also look at the website. Others, you can also specify. So once you are done with this one now, address and contacts, you can go to additional info. Additional info now is where you can be able to locate other additional information. For example, when you look at this one, we have employee number. So sometimes organization normally keep employee numbers into the organization. So you can say, maybe this employee is number 001. 001 is the first employee. Then we have billing level. You can also add, but sometimes it's not very much important. When you go to employee info also you can click. Then you select the joint date in the organization. So when you select the joint date in the organization, now you can be able to do it. To click under that one, then you can be able to do it. To select the date that this particular given employee joined into your organization. So you'll come and also select what? The second day of March, maybe the year 2014 in that particular given case. So this employee joined on the 2nd March 2014. Then also you can say we have also the P45 form, maybe P46 also has been filed. So if this particular given employee, mostly it is concerned about tax, you can be able to select this particular given pattern. But if you are not, being subjected to this particular given pattern, there's no need of selecting. So you only select if the employee is subjected to this particular given what? P45 and P46 has been filed. We have also living date. Living date on payroll now. You can be able to select this particular given date. So when you come here, you can also select from this one. But since he was employed on, he joined the company on 2nd March 2014, you can say he may be able to get the salary maybe on also 02/04/2014 as an example. Then from there now, you can, if you select this one now, you can be able to enter the details here if you have it. But this one mostly it is easy for the employers who can be able to fill in this particular given case. Mostly we have said if this particular given person is concerned about tax rates, you can be able to indicate here. So that's how you can be able to play with this one. Then we have pensions. If this particular given person also is subjected to pension, you can be able to indicate here. So this particular given pension, you'll be able to do it, to look at this particular given person, like work status, you can also say eligible, job holder, non-eligible, entitled worker, or worker. So you can select worker here. Then assessment date, you can also specify. It was maybe on 2nd stroke 3 stroke 2014. I see that particular given case. We have enrollment status. If this particular given person is also in this particular given category, like postponed, has a contractual pension, opted out, ceased membership, received join. So you can just select received join. When you select received join, now you can be able to do it. To click here also, pension assessment history. So you'll be able to look at these particular given features. But now we are going to look at them as we continue so that you can be able to understand. So what you need to understand is personal, we have address, we have additional info, we have employment info, we have pensions here. So all these, they will be able to do it, to apply for employee. So once they're done with everything now, you can also select here. We normally have scenario where an employee is not attending to a working place. So you just tick here, employee is inactive. If that employee is inactive, so you just select employee is inactive. But in this case, this employee is active. So you cannot select this particular given what? The pattern. So you just click what? Okay, direct. So when you click okay, this employee now have been saved in your system. So that's why we have this particular given employee, Tom Onyango. We have also Tom Onyango details here. We have the main address. We have also other information here. So when you look at this particular given, this feature, mostly it captures the details of employee. So if you have an employee, you capture through this particular given what? Feature. So from this, now we can still add the last employee so that you can understand. But when you look at this one, now we have already understood the procedure when you want to add an employee. So I'll give you also another example. You just click one employee. So when you want to add an employee, in this case, I've said now, you click employee, then you go to employee center. When you go to employee center, you will be able to switch to employee here. You will come and click new employee. When you click new employee, it will bring for you this information dialog box where you'll be able to fill in the details. So we have said personal. Personal, now you come and select the legal name to be Mr. or Mrs. So if you select Mrs., you can select maybe Kamau, Mrs. Kamau, maybe Mary, Mrs. Kamau, Mary. Then you can also select what? NI number. We have said it is AB 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then D. So this number is mostly common. I've said when you want to assign that number, you use, we have what? AB 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you put D. You put D in front of it. So once you assign, now we have date of birth. Also, you can select here. So remember, gender here, it is female. Remember, gender, it is female. So you select female. Then we have also this one, date of birth. The date of birth, mostly it specifies the date of this particular given person was born. So you can just say he was born on 12, maybe March, on 4th April, 12th April, stroke 20 or stroke 1989. This person was born on 12th April 1989. Then we have also marital status. This person maybe she is married. So when you select there, now we have passport number. If she has the passport, you can select the passport number. Then you go to this one. This particular given feature, now you can also select the address. So when you select address here, now you'll be able to do it. To select address and contact so that you can sign in with the address. You key in the address, we have said PO box. We have PO box here. PO box, we have XX, or we can just say SS-00-100 in this particular given case. So this SS is not a number. I've just used SS because of what? Copyrights. Sometimes you may use an address and the address belongs to a certain organization. So you may be able to answer some few questions about it. So that's why we put SS. So if you see SS, you'll put your number that you'll be able to do it, to use as an address in your company. So this number, we are representing it with the SS so that you can be able to understand. Then from there now we have city here. City, we can say maybe this person also belongs to Eldoret. 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 Then we have also county. County maybe. Well, we can just put the common names so that we can be able to use it. We have Eldoret. We have also the postcode here. The postcode, you can also use this one. We have said you can still cut, then you bring here, you paste. So when you paste, this will be the cost, the box, the postcode here. Then we have also here the country. You can select others. When you select others, you come and click here, you type K. Then from there now we have main phone. Main phone, you can put the numbers like that. You can put 0705120. I'm just using this one because it is in my number. So when you look at this one, since the first customer had this number, we can also twist so that we put also another number 011683804. So this particular given number, you put the number of the customer so that not the customer, the number of the employee that you are employing in your organization, so that this number, if that employee is not available, you can easily contact the number. So that's how we put the employee number in this category. Also, you can use the other number, for example, this particular given case, you can use that number. So on the other hand, we have main email. Main email is the email of the person. So you can just click, we used Kamau Mary. So you can say under this particular given main email, we say Kamau Mary in small letters. Kamau Mary 1@gmail.com. Kamau Mary 1@gmail.com, and so on. So if you want another email, you can still use another email here. If you want to use the other email, whereby if this one fails to be delivered, this one can also be delivered to this particular given mail if you are sending this particular given employees information. So once they're done, you can click additional info. This additional info, you can assign employee number. The employee number is the number that you are assigning your employees in your organization. So you can just put 0. We said we have 001. Then now this one is 002, the second employee. Then we have billing level, you can also assign, but if you don't have, you leave it. Then you go to employee info. Employee info, they join the date. This particular given employee was joined in your organization. So you come and write it to be maybe on 23rd stroke, maybe February stroke 2013. This employee was employed on 2013. So that's why we are putting 23rd stroke February 2013. Then from there now you can also do a leaving date. Leaving date, so the date here formatted incorrectly. So it depends with the default of your computer. So that's why we can also change this particular given date. When you look at this one, we have assigned month starts, then the days, then the year. So when you look at this particular given case, we have month, day, year. And this particular given case, we have started with the day. So you delete this one, you put it will be on February 23rd, then 2013. February 23rd, 2013. Then also now you go here. So you can be able to change it. So when you look at this one now, you can also say you'll be able to live at only March. You have March, maybe 23rd, again, 2013. This is the date that this employee will be getting the salary also. So once they're done, we have pensions. If you have pensions, you can work with this one now. Remember pension, these are things like NHIF, NSSF, and so on, and KRA. So you can play in this particular given column and so on. But if you don't work with these pensions, you leave it blank the way it is. Then you can click what? Okay. So when you click OK, this particular given employee will be assigned in your system. So that's why we have this particular given employee information. So this particular given employee information, mostly when you click Kamau, you will see Kamau's information here. Even if you want to contact Kamau, you can be able to contact using this particular given number. If you want to contact Onyango, you click Tom, you'll be able to see information for Tom, which will be this particular given information. The phone numbers and the email you can easily contact and so on. So we are done with the creating of employees. Any question where you can be able to ask on employees, you can still ask when we continue. So up to that particular given moment, have you understood something? Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Yes.
I'm getting.
Up to that particular given point, have you understood something?
Yes.
Yeah. So now up to that particular given scenario now, we have created our employee. Now you can just still close the X button to close the program that you are running. So when you click here, you can be able to close it. So when you close it now, it will come back to your layout of your program. So that's why we have this particular given features. You need to feed into your QuickBooks software so that when you start working with the transaction, you can be able to know which person are you working with, but without fitting in the items, without also fitting in the customers, without also fitting in the suppliers, employees, and also list of items here, you'll be not be able to do any transaction. Because for you to be able to carry out a business, we normally have also those things that you should be able to cover so that you can run that particular given business. That's why we have the items, we have customers, we have suppliers, and we have the accounts, which can be used to manage your what? Your business. So far now, we have covered the first concept of what? Introduction. Now we will be looking at also how you can make purchases in QuickBooks. How you can be able to make purchases in what? In QuickBooks. So when you want to manage purchases in QuickBooks, we normally have also a simple way in which you can be able to do. So sometimes when you look at this particular given layout, we have purchases here, then we have also receipt, we have pay bills here. So when you look at this particular given patterns, also when you go to supplier, you will be able to see them. Like you will be able to create the purchases, you will be able to receive the items here. We will be able to do it, to pay the bills. When you want now to pay the bills, you will be able to look at this particular given what? Category. So this particular given layout, it also summarizes what is on the menu here. So that's why we don't want to put more emphasis on the menus, but we'll be working on what? Patterns. So these particular given patterns, it is easy for you to be able to understand how to use QuickBooks. Also, when you go to another category for customers mostly it's all about selling of goods, but purchases, suppliers is all about purchases. So when you look at this particular given category, we'll be able to look at the category for suppliers, how you can make the purchases, then how you can be able to do it, to sell goods to the customers. So sometimes for you to be able to start working with this particular given feature, when you want to make the purchases now using the QuickBooks program, we normally have those particular given procedures that you should be able to follow. And these particular given procedures, they are very, very nice when you are dealing with the business in your organization. So for you to make purchases, assume the supplier has brought you goods to buy. You need to go to purchases order. When you click purchases order here, you will be able to see also another dialog box. where you'll be able to indicate the name of the supplier, also where you'll be able to indicate the items. So this particular given dialog box, it will easily direct you where you need to do the purchase. So this particular given purchase now, we normally have supplier. When you look at this one, we have the supplier. So you can click here. So we normally have different types of suppliers here. Like the first supplier, we had Cosmos, and also we had Hillary Hardwares. So if you want to make those particular given supplies, you need first to select one supplier from this particular given list. So when you want to make one supplier, you will come and click what? For example, I can decide to select Hillary Hardware. So when I select Hillary Hardware, I'll be able to do it, to come to this particular given item. This particular given item now, you will click here. You will see item, and then we have a drop-down list here. So you come and select this particular given drop-down list. From this particular given drop-down list, you can select monitor. Maybe you are buying monitors. When you buy monitors, you put the quality, the quantity that you are buying. This particular given quantity, you can also put it the amount that you are buying, or the quantities. How many are you buying? You are buying monitor, yes, which call you are buying monitor. It costs you 3,000. But how many monitors are you buying? So you can be able to select in this quantity. So you come and put like you are buying what? 10 monitors for your business. So if you type 10 monitors under this description mostly it explains the type of item that you are buying. So if you can put a description here, maybe you can say product like that. When you type product, you put 10 here, which is our quantity. You will be able to see the total amount that you'll spend for this item. It will be 30,000. So it will multiply 10 times 3,000. So you get what? 30,000 here. So that's the total amount that you'll be able to spend when you are buying 10 monitors. Then another item again, you click here. You can also select maybe system unit. When you select system unit, you can also buy how many system units? Maybe you can buy 10. If you buy 10 system unit, now you can be able to multiply 10 times 4,000. It will what?
40.
When you click here, it will be 40,000. So the product here now, the description here, you can say product like that. You can say product as a description here. So once they're done, assume you have bought 2 items from the supplier called who? Hillary Hardware. So if you put 2 items here, we have also what we call exchange rate. If you want to work with foreign money, you can use the exchange rate here, but this one is not what? Effective here. Because we selected Kenyan shillings, that's why it is inactive here. But if you are working with foreign, so you see we have Kenyan shillings here. But if you are working with foreign like dollars, you'll be able to see here how it converts. So when you look at this one, the total amount that you have spent, it is 30 plus what? 40. So it will be, in total, it will be 70,000. This is the total amount of money that you'll use to buy 10 monitors and 10 system units. So in total now, it will be 70,000. So from this case now, you can also select what? The supplier message. The supplier message, you can also say, maybe you can say, thank you. You can write here a message that you want to do it, to write. You can say, thank you, maybe for, thank you for buying with us. Thank you for buying with us. That's the supplier message. Then memo. Memo, you can put there purchases because you are buying. So you put there what? Purchases like that. You put the purchases. That's our memo here. Then from there now, once they're done, now you can be able to do it, to click save and close. Because this is the first transaction, now you are done with this. You click what? Save and what? Close. So now it will have saved the first transaction. So I've said when you want to make purchases, I can repeat the second example. When you want to make purchases in this particular given case, you click what? Purchases. Purchases. When you click purchases, you will go and click supplier name here. You select the supplier. Assume we are buying things from Cosmos again. The first example we have used the Hillary hardware. So you can select Cosmos Kamau. When you select Cosmos Kamau, remember Cosmos Kamau is dealing with the softwares. So you come and click here. You want to buy the softwares. Like we have Windows 10. So Windows 10, you want how many pieces? Maybe 20 pieces. So when you select 20 pieces, you will be 40,000 here. So remember the address, the date that you are buying already they have indicated here. Then we have suppliers details and so on. So you come and also select what? You are shipping to Juliet ICT Solution, PO Box 12, Nairobi, which is 00900 900. So you are the one who is buying. And remember your company is what? Juliet ICT. So that's why you are shipping to Juliet ICT as the name of the company. Then you have bought Windows, quantity 20. Then you can put description here. Maybe you are selling what? Software. These are softwares like that. So if you are buying softwares now, you put the description and data under that category. So after describing now, since he is only selling Windows, we have decided to buy 20. But if we could have other softwares, we could also select other software. So in this case, you go direct and click supply message. Then you can say, thank you, as an example. Thank you for your business. Your business. Like that. Thank you for your business. So in this case now, you write memo. The memo, it would what? Purchase. You can write purchase. So memo also, it normally indicates what you are doing. If you are doing a transaction, you indicate under that memo. Maybe it is a purchase and so on. Then now once you are done, you click what? We have 40,000 here. So you come and click save and what? Save and close. Save and close. So when you look at this, it is just indicating you the type of mistakes that you are made when you are writing software. See? So you can correct it here. So you can choose suggestion, you correct it, then you click replace. So you will have saved. So that's how you can make purchases. You just click purchases order, then you go and make the purchases, the type of item that you want to buy. So once you make the purchases now is when you will go to this one. We have received what? Receive stock. So after making purchases, you have made the order. After the order has been made, it will come to you. So when it comes to you, we normally say receive stock. Yeah, we normally say receive what? Stock. You only receive stock if you have made an order. So after order, we go to receive. So you come and click here. So orders may be received either with bill or without bill. Without bill, if you don't have cash, is when you can receive without bill. Without bill. But if you have cash, you just click what? Receive stock with what? With bill. So you can click here. So when you click receive stock with bill, automatically it will bring for you a dialog box where you will be able to receive. So this particular given dialog box, now we have here bill. So you'll select the supplier. The first supplier is what? We used Hillary. We used what? Hillary. So you'll come and select Hillary. Then you'll see this dialog box. It is telling you open purchases order exists this supplier. Do you want to receive against or more of this order? Then you select what? Yes. When you select yes, now this is the bill that you are receiving. Now you can tick it or select that particular given bill. Then you can come and click OK. When you click OK, now the bill will be automatically be generated here. Like you bought monitors, you bought also system unit. We have the quantities, we have also the quantity for the first item. Then once they're done, we have terms here. If you can assign terms, I said this one, it's being applied if you are working with the tax, is when you can be able to assign this one. But if you are not using tax, you leave it blank the way it is, then you click our space. Now, when you look at this memo, we have said to describe with the type of transaction that they are doing. So you can say receive, you can say receiving what? Receiving the bills, receiving the bills, or bills received, received. After saying so, we have the date here. It normally indicates the date that you are doing the transaction. Then reference number. Reference number, since it is the first bill, we just put hashtag 001. The first transaction that you are receiving. So hashtag 001 is the first transaction. Then we have amount due. This is the amount that you are owing this particular given supplier. So you need to pay 70,000. 70,000. Then you go and now click what? Save and close. Once you have shown all those particular given features, you click save and close. Like that. So when you click save and close, it will save automatic. And remember, we did 2 transactions now. If we did 2 transactions, also you'll go there again. You receive the second transaction. The first transaction, it was for hardware. Now the second one, we go to customers. So you click here, you receive stock with bill again. When you click receive stock with bill, now you'll come and do what? Select the supplier again. Remember the first supplier which we did the purchases order, it was Hillary. Now we go to the second one, which is Cosmas Kamau. So when you click Cosmas Kamau, it will what? You need to select the bill. So you click yes. That's why it is prompting you to do what? To open purchases order exist for this supplier. Do you want to receive against one or more of this order? So you'll select what? Yes. When you select yes, you'll come and tick this particular given bill. Then you click what? Okay. So when you click OK, the bill will automatically appear here. That's why we have Cosmos Softwares, Cosmos Kamau. Then we said terms, it only applies if you assigned tax deductions. It's when you can select the terms here. So you come and do what? Write memo. Memo, you can say bill received. Bill received. After writing that reference number here, you have the date that you are receiving, then the reference number. Reference number, we can say hash or hashtag 002. Remember the first one, it was 001. And this one, it's now the second bill to receive. So you can just say 002. That's why we put hashtag 002. And the first one, it was hashtag 001. So since this one is the second one, you put hashtag 002. Then the specific amount that you need to pay to keep the supply is here. Then we have the date, also it's here. So once they're done, we have Windows softwares. These are the features that you have bought. This is the item that you have bought, which is Windows 10, software 20, and you need to pay 40,000 here. So once they're done, you click save and close, like that. So first you make order, then you receive the bill. So when you receive the bill, you will go direct to pay bill. Pay what? The bills here. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, are you getting?
Yes.
Yeah, I've said the first method, you make purchases order. After making purchases order, you go to receive what? Receive,
Receive good.
receive stock. So under receive
Yeah.
stock is when you'll be able to select receive with the bill. With bill. After selecting receive with the bill, now you'll go direct to this particular given what? Pay bills. Pay bills mostly is used to do what? To pay the bills that you have purchased. So you'll go and click what? Pay bills.
Bills.
Yeah, you click here. So when you click pay bills, already you'll be able to see the bills that you have made the transaction here. Like this is the first bill, which was Hillary Hardware. So you'll select. You go to customers, come out. You select. Then from there now, when you look at this one, we have the dates and so on. So you can just select. When you look at this one, the date that you are making the payment, it's here. Payment method, it's here also. You can select cash or a check. So since you are paying maybe with the cash, you can select cash. If you are paying with the check, you can select what? Check. So you are paying with the maybe cash. You can select cash as an example. Then you can now see the account that is paying here. It is what? Juliet Kavai. And Juliet Kavai, it was the cash. It was what? Bank account. So you go and select the one which is here, bank account here. So this one, it was bank account. So if it's bank account now, you'll go and select method here to be check. So if it's check now, you can be able to see Juliet Kabai Bank. Now you can be able to do it. To pay this particular given amount, 110,000 in this particular given scenario, it will be 110,000. So once you pay, you can click pay selected. Are you seeing pay selected bills?
Yes.
Yeah, you can click pay selected bills like that. Then you can click, are you seeing you are paying how much? 110,000 shillings. You are paying 110,000 shillings. So we have payment method is what? Check. Payment method is check. So you come and click what? Done. And before you click done, remember customers, we owe him 40,000 and the hardware is 70,000. So after paying with the check, you need to go and write the check for those particular given individuals. That's why you need to be very keen. You can click Cosmos, you write a check of 40,000, then Hillary a check of what? 70,000. But in total you paid 110,000. So you come and click what? Okay. So when you click OK, you have done. You have done. So that's how you have paid the bills with the check. But now remember, when you pay with the check, you need to write for them a check. When you want to write for them a check, where will you go? We have write check. Are you seeing somewhere write check? When you look at your program here, which you see, QuickBooks, when you pay through check, now you'll go and write the check. When you go to write check, you'll click write check. You'll click write check here. This is print check and this is write check. So you'll come and click write check here. So when you write check, you will select write check, then it will give you the dialog box where you'll be able to specify the type of field that you want to enter. So you'll see Juliet Kabai is the one that is paying. So we have pay for the order of what? You can select Cosmos Kamau, number 1. It was what? 40,000? 40,000. Remember, I said to mark the figures. It was 40,000? 40,000. Then when you look at memo here, memo, you can delete this one. You say payment. You can write payment here. So when you write payment, it will you are you are paying the Cosmos supplier 40,000. 40,000. So even if you see the print as, it will see print as Cosmos softwares, but you are paying Cosmos Kamau 40,000 on which date? 07 21 2022, which is July 21st 2022. Then you come and write the memo. So from this particular given scenario, it is an expense, which is 40,000. 40,000. So this expense, you will come and select the account. I hope you are seeing some award that is written account here.
Yes.
So you'll come and select account from this list. So you'll come and select, since you wrote Juliet, you just type Juliet Kavai like that. So Juliet Kavai will be the one that will be able to pay this particular given 40,000. So when you pay 40,000, now you'll have written a check to that particular given person. Now you authorize the bank to deduct you 40,000 to pay who? Cosmos Kamau. So you come and click save and what? Close. Now we have paid the first supplier. Now we head to the two types of suppliers. We had Cosmos and what? Cosmos and we had Cosmos and yeah? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, we had the two types of suppliers. We were having who and who? Cosmos and you are forgetting. So you'll go and click again. Right check. Right check. So already I've written the check for the first supplier. Now again, you'll go and click right check. When you right check again, you'll go and select the second supplier here. Will be who? The second supplier, Hillary Hardware. It will be Hillary Hardware. So when you select Hillary Hardware, you'll pay Hillary how much? 70,000. You are paying Hillary 70,000. Yes. Then when you pay 70,000, now memo is what you are doing in that particular given transaction. So you come and specify the memo here. So it will be what? The memo, it will be?
Payment.
Payment. It will be payment here. Memo, it will be payment. So when you select payment, so remember here, this amount of figure that you are writing here, it will be classified as an expense. And this expense now, the account of this expense, you will come and select. We said it will be Juliet Kavai. So once you select Juliet Kavai, now Juliet is responsible for paying 70,000 to this particular given what? Person. Then you can come and select 7 block. 7 what? Close. Yes. Like that. So that's how you can be able to make a purchase if you are dealing with the purchases. Sometimes you need to understand, if you work with purchases, we normally have also, you can pay the bills that you are purchasing through check, or you pay the bills that you are purchasing through cash. So this one, it was for check. Now we can also repeat another example. If you are purchasing orders through cash. If you purchase orders through cash, we can also select another category. But now if you are buying through cash, you don't need to write a check. You only write a check if you purchased those particular given item on what? On check? On check. So when you want to buy on cash, let me repeat also another example for cash so that you can be able to understand. If you want to buy for cash, remember we said you go to purchases order. When you click purchases order, now you'll be able to do it. You'll be able to see the dialog box that will be needed to fill in the names. So assuming you're buying from which supplier, we can select here, Cosmos. Cosmos. We can select Cosmos. So Cosmos, you are buying Windows. You are buying from Cosmos Windows here. So this description, you can say software. The description, you can say it is software. Then we have quantity. Maybe you are buying 5 windows. If you buy 5 windows, you'll click below. So it will be total of what? 10,000? 10,000. So it will be total of 10,000. So when you see 10,000 here, you'll be also able to see under total. It will be 10,000. Then we have supplier message. Supplier message, you can say thank you. Thank you for shopping with us. Thank you for your purchase. Thank you for your purchase. Or you can say welcome. Welcome back. Come back again. Like this. Welcome back again. Then memo, you say purchase. Purchase. Memo, you write purchase. Then when you write purchase, now you'll come and click what? Save and close. Since already everything that you have written here, it's mostly important. Remember the supplier name, it's okay. Shipping to, it's okay. Now you go and click what? Save. So you bought a window, which is a software. Then how many? 5 in total at a cost of 2,000. So in total, it will be 10,000, which will have been indicated here. So you come and click what? Save and close. Save and close. So when you go to save and close, assume we don't want to make another transaction again. We don't want to make another purchase. So you go direct to receive. Receive. Then you say receive stock with what?
Bill.
With the bill. So when you go to receive stock with the bill, now you go direct to supplier here. Supplier will be what? Customer? Customers. So our supplier will be customers. So you can select customers. When you select customers, don't forget to click yes. If you forget to click yes, you will not have been selected the bill. So you go and click yes to select the bill. Now you come and click what? The bill that you are receiving on July 21st, 2022. Then you click what? Okay. So when you click OK, the bill will appear here automatically. Then reference number. Reference number is the number that you are doing the bill. So you write a hash. Since we have done the first and the second, now it will be hash 003. It is the third bill that you are doing. Then you can also write a memo. You say bill received. Bill received. Like that. Bill received at the memo. Then from there now, when you say bill received, so it was what? Windows and so on, software. Then it was 2,000. 2,000. So you come and click what? Save and close. But remember this one, it was an expense. So you can select save and close. When you select save and close, now you go to direct pay what? Pay. We have pay bills here. Pay bill. So remember we are from here. Now you are going to pay bills. Now you click pay bills. So the bill will be what? Cosmos Kamau, 10,000 and so on. So you come and select. When you select, you will go to, you need to ensure everything is okay here. So you go and select payment method here. The payment method, it will be what? Cash, not check now. So the first example we used to check. Now the second example we use what?
Cash.
Cash. So when you select cash, now you go to pay selected what? Pay selected bill. So when you pay selected bill, the bill will be paid through cash. You see payment method, it is cash. So you come and click done like that. So that's how you can make the purchases. You receive, then you pay the bills. The first example, it was through check, but this example, which is the second one, now we have used the cash cash, there's no need of going to what? Write check.
Right.
When you record to the cash, you will pay with the cash on the counter. When you are on the counter, you just pay on the spot, without going to the bank. That's why we created the two types of accounts, which we have cash account and what? Bank account. So assume now you have received the item. Now your customer comes in your shop. If your customer comes in your shop, what will you do? You will come and do what? Create sales. So sometimes maybe customer want to buy things on cash, so you'll go and create what? Sales. Now we are done with the supplier part. You go to customer. The customer part, it happens if the customer bought things on cash, you'll use this one. If he bought things on credit, you'll use the invoice here. If he bought things on credit, you'll use the invoice, or you will write the invoice. If he bought goods on cash, you'll write create sale. So this particular given person bought goods on cash. So what you'll do, you'll go to create sales receipt. Create what? Create sales receipt. You'll go to create sales receipt here. So when you click create sales receipt, you'll see also the same window, the way it was in supplier, it will also appear, that dialog box. So you'll come and select also the customer shop. Customer shop here, you'll come and click. So our customer was what? We had Leon, Kamau, Moses, hardwares. So we want to sell maybe hardwares. When you want to sell the hardwares, you'll go and click Moses hardware. When you want to sell for Moses hardware, you'll select Moses hardware. When you select Moses hardware, he will be able to do it, to select the type of item that you want. So when you want the type of item, you'll come and select here. You want to sell monitors. Are you getting?
Yes.
Yeah, you'll come and select monitors. Then you go to quantity. Quantity, you come and put maybe to what? Maybe 40. That customer bought 40 what? 40 monitors. And description here, you can say maybe there are hardwares. There are what? Hardwares. So monitors, hardwares, then there are 40 in total. Again, he bought another thing or another item, which was system unit. So you come and select system unit from this particular given list. So when you click system unit, you'll come also and specify. Maybe he bought 50 system units. So when he bought 50 system units, already you are seeing here quantity on hand, there are 30. So you should choose a figure that is less than 30. Nor else you go and adjust the stock. For you to be able to adjust the stock, you'll be able to learn in the next class, which will be tomorrow. So when you look at this particular given scenario, since our figure or quantity on hand is 30, you'll go and select here to be what? To be maybe 25. Then our description here, it will be what? Hardware. Our description here, it will be hardware. So once they're done, you can also select another one, maybe what? Printer. So when you select printer now, printer, it is a fixed asset. So there's no way it can be able to be sold very easily. So you do away with it. That one, it was a fixed asset. So you do away with it. So when you look at this particular given scenario, we have monitor and system what? System unit. Then this person mostly pays with check. The person mostly pays with what? With a check. So that's why we have payment method check. But still you can change it to cash. So you come and select cash as an example. Then you go and click what? Customer message here. So we have customer message. Maybe all work is complete, or it has been pleasure working with you, or please remit the above address, or thank you for your business. So you'll come and select thank you for your business. Then memo here, you write sales what? Sales receipt. Sales receipt like that. Because you are doing the sales. So you come and select sales receipt. So when you select sales receipt, you need to ensure the date is correct. You need also to ensure the address reference sales number that you are doing, it is a correct one, because you can also use this sales number to trace your transaction that you are doing. So that's why it indicates here 1. Then we have the sold to Moses hardware. Then we have payment method, it will become cash. But now here, it is different from purchases. Purchases, the figures appear automatic. But in this case, you need to write somewhere this figure so that when you go to receive payment, you can be able to do it, to receive with this particular given figure, which is 530. So what you'll do now, you'll come and click what? Save and close. But remember, we have done a transaction of 530,000 shillings. So you'll come and click save and close. When you click save and close, these are just optional spelling grammar mistakes. So you'll just select citation like this one, you replace. So this particular given transaction will be saved. So once it is being saved, when you create sales, you need to go and record what? The deposit. You need to go and record the deposit here. Yeah, that's why you are seeing create sales, then you record deposit. Record deposit. So when you click record deposit, this particular given figure, it will be able to reflect in that particular given dialog box. So you have sold, but now you need to select. Are you seeing? You select, yes. Then you will be able to see 530,000. Then you can now be able to click what? Okay. So when you click OK, you are receiving from Moses hardware deposit sales received cash 500 and what? 30. Now you can also select account here, which we said we have cash account, which is Juliet Kavai 2, which is equity. See where you are depositing, it is to the bank, but the money that you received, it is in cash. So you select the equity. Then cashback memo, you can write what? Deposit. Deposit. Since you are doing deposit, you select what? Deposit. Deposit. Then we have cash back amount here. When you look at cash back amount, so you come and write this figure here. So which will do what? 530 what? 1,000. In that particular given scenario, 530,000 is the money that you are receiving from which customer? From? You are receiving from who? Moses hardware. It is 530, which is here also. So you come and click what? Save. So when you click save, automatically this figure will be saved. So you have received, then you have recorded the deposit. And also remember, when you want to record the deposit, still you can go to banking here, then make deposit. That's why I've said these particular given patterns, they summarize what is above the menu. That's why it's good to work with the patterns than using the menu also. But both of them can also arrive at the same answer. So that's why we are using record deposit instead of going to banking, make deposit. But now here, you just click what? Record deposit. So that's another case where a customer is buying goods on cash. Let me repeat the second example also, so that you can be able to understand. I've said if a customer buys goods on cash, you'll go and click what? Get sales what? Receipt. Yes. Yeah, you'll go and click create sales receipt. When you click create sales receipt, you can also specify the customer. Maybe we have used the first one, Moses hardware. Now we can use the second one to do what? Leon Kamau. So Leon Kamau mostly, he wants to buy things. So you can select here. Maybe he has ordered for monitor. Monitor, there's no stock. I'll be showing you how to add stock as we continue. So you can select system unit. System unit, he bought 5 or a 4. Then we have also, he bought also maybe Windows. Windows, it was what? He bought maybe also 50 pieces. There's no stock. We have only 35. So you will come and select for 30. Bought 30. So if you have this particular given now scenario, system unit Windows 430. Description here, system unit is what? A hardware. System unit is a hardware. Then Windows is what? Windows is a software. A software. So you just write the description. So once they are done, now you'll be able to do what? To record this particular given figure, which is 160,000. So you are receiving from who customer message. You can indicate the customer maybe it is a pleasure working with you, like that. It has been a pleasure working with you. That's the customer message. Memo, you say sales what? Received, like that. Sales received. Then you go and click save and close. You can come and click save and close. And remember, payment method is what? Cash. You can also select what? Check here. So when you select check, you can click save. Remember the reason why I select check? Our first example, we have used cash. Now I can still also use what? Check, so that you can be able to understand both the two methods of what? Of payment. So you can select check, then you click save. When you click save, this is about spelling and grammar mistakes, so just replace. So that particular given, it will be saved. And remember, when you save, from create sales, automatically you pass through the arrow, you go direct to deposit. You'll only receive if you are doing an invoice. It's when you go to receive. But if you are doing create sales received, you pass through the arrow, you go direct to what? Record what? Deposit here. So you'll come and click record deposit. So when you record deposit, automatically you'll see the what? The receiving money that you are receiving is from Leon, 160,000. So you come and click OK. When you click OK, this amount of figure will be able to reflect in this particular given row. So the payment method, it is check. Then amount, it's what? 160,000. So you come and write here, cashback cost to. You select this one. Since we have said we have equity. This one is where you are depositing the money, which is the bank. They will come, you receive the check through cash, but now you go and deposit through the bank so that it can mature. So once you deposit through the bank, you will come and write here cashback memo. It will what? Check deposit. Maybe check deposit here. Check deposit. Like that. Then you can also indicate the amount here, 160,000. Like that, 160,000. Then you click what? Save and close. Are you getting? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, are you getting what I'm doing?
Yes.
Yeah, so you'll come and click save and close. So when you select save and close, that money will be deposited. So once they are there now, this is the figures that will be able to indicate. I've said to just click here. If you want now to review what you have done, you can click here. You'll be able to trace it back by clicking here. So when you click here, you'll be able to see what you have done, here. Are you seeing? This is what you have been doing, which is the first transaction. You can also go to the second transaction, which was 530. So sometimes you may want to amend some figures here. You can just click and amend it. So the second one, it was in 160. So you indicate it here. So once they're done, you have also save and close. Now you'll have done. Now, if a person buy things on credit, where do you go? You'll go to invoice. You'll go to what? Invoice here. But before I go to invoice, just give me 2 minutes. I'm picking a call here. Hello? Yes. Hello, Ross. Wanakucha ndo nataka kuwacheni. Kuna wale waliingia na 62, but kuna wale wanakucha leo wanaweka. Kuna wale wanakucha leo. Hello? Unajua jana wali download the app. Sasa ndo wanakucha kuweka leo. Ndo nawatekea saa hii. Usikuwa na wasiwasi, mimi na wamobilize tu wanaingia hii leo. Okay, sawa. Kuna class inaendelea na hata umepiga simu nilijua. Mtu amekuja kunitafuta. Alikuwa Amen. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, now we can now continue to creating of an invoice. If you want to create an invoice, we have said to just click invoice. Then you can go to what? Create an invoice. Create an invoice. So when you create an invoice, automatically this particular given invoice, it will be generated here. The same way you have been doing to cash, you can be able to use the cash. Now you'll be able to select what customer shop here. So when you select customer shop, you can select Leon Kamau. Maybe Leon Kamau was buying goods on credit, so you can just select Leon Kamau. When you select Leon Kamau, you can be able to come to quantity. Maybe this Leon Kamau bought what? Like 2 computers. So you'll come and select the item, which is monitor. Say Leon Kamau bought 2 monitors. So this process of adding stock will be able to do it tomorrow. But now in this scenario, I'll just show you how to write an invoice so that you can be able to understand. Then when you look at this monitor, there was no stock. So you can select system unit. Also system unit, we have only 1 stock. So what you'll do, you'll come and assign system unit 1 because it was only 1 stock remaining. But when you sell 1 on credit, so you can just select here, maybe it was what? A hardware. So you just type hardware. Then after typing hardware now, you'll be able to do it. To see you are selling a hardware at 10,000, then you have customer message here. You'll come and select it. We have all work is complete or it has been pleasure working with you. So you just select 1. So from selecting now, you can type memo. Under memo, you can type an invoice. You can type invoice. So memo, you can write anything. Even you can write maybe prepared by your name. So you just specify the name that you want to indicate here. But what I'm using here is what the type of transaction that I'm doing. So that's why I'm writing memo to be an invoice. Then from there now, this invoice, you are receiving an invoice of what? You are receiving an invoice of 10,000. You are writing to our customer an invoice of 10,000. So I'll come and select what? Save and close. When you click save and close, this particular given invoice will be saved. And now from this particular given scenario, we said if this invoice is being paid, is when you'll go to receive payment. But if it's not being paid, you'll not be able to receive it. You'll wait until that particular given customer pays you, is when you'll be able to receive the payments. But in this case, we just assume maybe customer is now paying you. So what you need to do, you go to receive payment here. So after writing that invoice, you go and select receive payment. When you receive the payment, now you'll be able to do what? You'll be able to come and click receive from. You select the person that you are receiving the payment from, which is Leon Kamau. Then Leon Kamau, you purchased an item. Leon Kamau, you wrote him a credit invoice of 10,000 for one item. So you come and select this one. So when you select yes. From this prompt message, you come and click yes. So it will be able to indicate here 10,000. So once they're done, the first invoice reference number, since it's the first invoice, now you can write maybe 001. Since it was the first invoice, so you can select 001. Then from this particular given scenario now, you are receiving payment amount of what? 10,000. So you come and click what? Save and close. Save and close. So before you click save and close, you need to ensure everything is correct. Like the reference number, we have also data and also payment method here. You can still select what you want to pay with, what that customer wants to pay with, or what you want to receive with. So we have selected cash. So when you look at this particular given case, you are receiving cash from 10,000 for one item, but it was an invoice which you are receiving now. After the customer now wants to pay you, you can receive this particular given figure. So once they're done, now you can click what? Save and close. So when you click save and close, now you can go to automatic to record the deposit here. So when you go to record deposit, you'll go and record your deposit of that particular given amount. So you come and record that particular given deposit. So you can select this particular given payment, then you can click OK. So when you click OK, you'll be Leon Kamau 001 10,000. Then you can also choose the account that you want. We have said we have Juliet Kavaitu. Then you can write here deposit. You can write here deposit. Then cash back amount, you write there 10,000 like this. Write 10,000. After writing 10,000, now you can click save and what? Save and close. And close. So that particular given transaction will have been saved. So once they are done, now that's how you can be able to do it. That's how you can be able to do the transactions here. That's how you can be able to do it. To do the transaction as you continue. So once they are there, once they are there, we have those particular given things that you can be able to generate from this particular given transaction. But now, as from this particular given point, you know how to make the purchases, you know how to receive the stock, you know how to pay the bills. Then after knowing how to pay the bills, we have talked about customers. Customers, these are people who buy goods to your company. So you know how to create, receive, how you can create the sales. If that particular given sales were bought on cash, you can click here. Then we have how you can be able to record the deposit of that particular given customer. Then from there, if that customer bought goods on invoice or on credit, you can be able to record an invoice here. After recording an invoice, you only go to receive payment if that particular given customer had paid the money, but you cannot receive payment if he or she has not paid the money. Then after receiving the payment, you go to record what? Record deposit here. So record deposit, now you can be able to record the deposit. But now, as from tomorrow, you'll be able to understand how to proceed with other features. But after this now, I can show you on how to extract now the basic reports of what you have done. So once you comply with this one, I can now extract a simple report from what you have been doing. But as from tomorrow, you'll be able to know how to extract all the reports that you do in that particular given business, because we have also other things that you need to understand Like if a customer buy goods on credit, how do you go, or how do you do it? Return goods that were been purchased. Suppose this particular given customer has bought the goods, and those particular given goods now you have not assured that customer all of them are good. So he happened to return the goods. So what will do to return those particular given goods? So that one will be a lesson for tomorrow. Then also when you want to add a stock, sometimes when you want to add a stock, how will you be able to do? You will be able to do it, to do with that particular given pattern or that feature tomorrow also. Then from there now, how you'll be able to do it? To make a bank transfer from one bank to another, you'll be able to do also tomorrow. But for today, we have just covered a few concepts on how to make the purchases and how to make and how to sell goods to the customer, then either in cash or on credit. So once they are there now, we can also extract simple reports. Like when you want to generate a report from those particular given transactions that you have done, you'll come and click what? Report here. So when you click report, you will go and select company financial here. Supposing you want profit and loss, you can now just select what? Profit and loss standard. Are you getting?
Yes.
Yeah, you can now just select profit and loss standard. So when you select profit and loss standard, it will generate that particular given profit and loss standard. From that particular given case, you'll be able to see we have here from which date to which date. So we can select from 1st July 2022 to 21st July 2022. But still you can extend the date to maybe 30th July, like that, so that it covers the entire month. But still you can use the date that you ended doing the business. That's why the computer had indicated earlier 21st July 2022. So once you show all these, now you can click refresh. Refresh now is used to refresh so that you can see everything here. So when you look at this particular given transaction, this is the title of our business. It was from July 1st to 30, 2022. Then when you look at this particular given transaction, the way we have been doing, you'll be able to see them here. So the net profits for the year, it will be 10,900,000 from that particular given transaction that you have been doing. So that's why you can be able to do. So once they are done, you can click memorize. Maybe you want to save this particular given profit and loss, then you click what? Okay. So that particular given report will have been saved. So also you can go to report. You choose another one. We have balance sheet here. So you can just select a balance sheet, then you click. So when you click, you'll be able to see the balance sheet will be able to come in play. So also you can be able to select the date that you started. So this particular given information, also you can still view this month to date, or financial quarterly. You can view the report quarterly. You can also view the report yearly, so that you can be able to understand. So when you look at this scenario, we are viewing the report year to date. So you come and select the date. Maybe you want that particular given balance sheet to be as on 30th July. So you'll be able to write 30, then stroke. Assume the last date of doing the business. You select that date, then you can click refresh. So you'll be able to see here like that. So when you see it, that's how you will be able to be indicated here. So from that particular given scenario, now you have generated what we call a balance sheet. Now you can just click what? Memorize. Then you click what? Okay. So that's how you'll be able to memorize that particular given balance sheet. So to memorize is like to make it what? Saved into the system. Yeah. Then we have also another one which we have account and taxes here. You can also view. You can also view what? Yes.
Can see the program.
Yes.
I can see the program.
We are not seeing it. I'm saying, now if you want to view the reports, are you seeing the program now?
Yes.
Yes. Hello?
Hello. I'm
You are seeing the
it.
program? Yeah. So if you want to view also a report, you click report, then you go to what? Account and taxes here. Then you can view trial balance, the trial balance here. So if you want to view the trial balance, sometimes you can just click what? The trial balance here, then you'll be able to view that particular given trial balance. So this particular given case, you can be able to do it, to change the date. Like here, you are seeing the date here, it is showing on July, on June. So you can change it to July. Then we have also maybe on July here also. Then you can change the date here maybe to 31st. This 31st, you'll be able to see it, get here. Then you can click refresh. So you'll be able to see that particular given one trial balance, the trial balance that you have been working with. So everything that you have done, now you can click memorize, then you click what? Okay. So I'll be able to work with that particular given what? Program. So once they are there, now that's how you'll be able to understand how to generate reports. Reports can be in different categories, but now you need to understand which category do you want to work with. Like we have also the sales, payable, purchases, we have stock, we have banking, we have account and taxes, but all those ones, you need to be able to specify the type of report that you want to work with. So far, at least we have covered something. Unless if you have a question, you can easily raise so that I can easily sort out when I'm here.
No question.
Yes?
I don't have a question.
You don't have a question?
Mm.
So far, my class has ended up to this particular given point, but I can just say, if you have that particular given software, you can easily log in, or you can easily run it so that you create that particular given company account. Then you can also create some of the purchases that we have done. Then also you can create some sales that we have been creating here. Then also you can receive, you can record deposits. If you want to create the credit sales, you can use the invoice. You record the credit sales on invoice, then you receive the payment, you make a deposit. So once you are done with this particular given three features, now you can go to what? You'll be able to go to report. When you go to report now is when you can be able to choose company and financial. You generate what you want from this particular given reports. Then also you can use the account and taxes. You generate anything that you want. Even you can still generate journals, but mostly we have specified on the few reporting, which you can be able to use them as an example. So far, my class will end at that particular given point. But if you have a question, you can just ask. Maybe if you are running the program, you can still contact me so that I can guide you as you continue, because tomorrow it will be the last day for the QuickBooks. So you need also to familiarize by running those particular given program so that you can be able to understand. So after tomorrow, I'll be also giving another tutorial on what? Sage program, so that you can be able to understand how to use Sage program. But so far you don't have a question, I'll leave you. You do your own personal revision, but if you have a question, you can still contact, because tomorrow we will be going to a new thing and you'll be able to understand different things also in the software. So if you are okay, we meet tomorrow at 9:30. Okay? Thank you very much. So
Have a nice time.
and